Hello everyone, my name is Sonalika and welcome to my video series for Notorious Nutritionist. It's a tough time for everyone in the world today, and what I would like to offer from my end would be a few tips which can help you improve the shelf life of the produce that you are buying during this quarantine period. Now, these tips can be used in normal life as well, but it will definitely help you during this quarantine period. So without any further delay, let's go into my 5 tips on how to improve the produce shelf life. Now the first tip is quite easy and I use it quite often, especially for fruits like bananas and berries. I cut the fruits, put it in the Ziploc bag and into the freezer. Whenever I feel like having some smoothie bowls or just a smoothie, I take the packet out of the freezer, put it in a blender and my smoothie is ready. Tip number 2 is blanching. Now don't let the fancy word scare you away. It's a very simple technique which you can use anytime at home. All you need is boiling water and some ice bath and that's all. Now you can use this method for vegetables like peas and corns, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. Now what I'm doing here is taking a broccoli and cutting it into bite-sized florets. I put it into boiling water. Make sure the water is boiling, otherwise it will mess up the entire process. Put it in the boiling water for 2 minutes exactly. You have to clock it. Now as soon as the 2 minutes are up, transfer the broccoli from the boiling water immediately into the ice bath. You have to keep it in the ice bath for another 1 minute. Now as soon as your 1 minute is up, transfer the vegetables on a clean cloth. Pat your vegetables dry and transfer them into a Ziploc bag and throw it into your freezer, and you can store it for a long time. So the main function of this process is to stop the enzymatic action of the vegetable, and as you can see, it improves the color and texture of the vegetable as well. Also, it helps kill off all the microorganisms and also removes all the dirt that is in the vegetable. Now third tip for you is an easy one, and it is mainly for the green leafy vegetables like your collard greens and kale and spinach to last longer. Of course, this method will not help the green leafy vegetables last for months and months, but it will increase the shelf life from 2 days, 1 or 2 days to almost 10 days. The most important thing here is when you get the green leafy vegetables, do not wash them. Please do not wash them. The more you wash them, the more it starts wilting away. As soon as you get these vegetables from the market, take a paper towel and spread these veggies on it. Very gently roll the paper and put it in the refrigerator. You'll notice that these leafy vegetables are not withering away in a day or two. They can last for almost a week to 10 days. And when you have to use it again, just wash it and cook it the way you want. Tip number 4 that I have for you is something that I started doing recently, but trust me, I'm going to use this tip for a long time because it makes my task of cooking so easy. Now let me explain. I mostly cook Indian food, and if there's one thing that most of the Indian dishes have in common is a masala mixture of onion, ginger, garlic and tomatoes. Now of course, 3 of these 4 ingredients have a naturally higher shelf life if stored properly, but tomatoes are something that do not have a higher shelf life. Now there are other ways you can have tomatoes. For example, if you want to buy some canned tomatoes, but personally I don't prefer that. So this is a method that really helps me and also saves a lot of time when you have to cook in a hurry. So this is what I do. I peel and roughly chop my onions and put it into a blender. You can also use a food processor for this purpose. And I add my peeled garlic and ginger. Blend it and make it into a fine paste. Now take a cooking vessel, and yes, you can take any cooking vessel, but I would actually suggest you that you take a flat bottom vessel, and in a few minutes I'll let you know why. You add some cooking oil and your onion mixture and let it sweat for some time. Meanwhile, you can take your tomatoes and roughly chop them, put it into a blender and blend it smooth. Now as soon as you see your onions getting brown and giving out some oil, add your tomato puree to it. And now here's the reason why I asked you to take a flat bottom vessel. As soon as you add the tomato puree, it will start giving out a lot of water, and the combination of water and oil will make the entire mixture splatter all over your kitchen. And if the vessel that you are using does not have a higher bottom area, it will splatter more. So again, I would suggest you to use a vessel with a flatter bottom. Now at this point you can simmer and cover the vessel with a lid so that the entire mixture can get some time to cook. This process will take around 7 to 10 minutes. Now at this point you can remove the lid and make sure you start evaporating as much water as you can. The more the moisture, the more are the chances of the shelf life decreasing. Now once you have removed most of the water, you can add some salt to it. The salt will help you remove the excess moisture from the mixture and also act as a natural preservative. Now once you have removed most of the moisture, switch off the gas and let it cool for some time. You can store this mixture in a container or even a Ziploc bag, but personally I like to store it in an ice tray because it helps me maintain the portion size and makes it more convenient for me to use whenever I want to make my dals or sabzis. I would like to tell you that this one is one of my favorite methods and I hope you give it a try. Okay, so the last tip that I have for you is again something that you can use even if it's not a quarantine situation, and that is pickling. Now, of course, you can pickle a lot of vegetables, but especially if that vegetable is seasonal, that makes pickling even more fun because you are extending the shelf life of something that hardly comes for 4 or 5 months. I personally love pickling beetroots and carrots because they are such seasonal vegetables. The best thing about pickling is that you do not need any fancy ingredients. You can do it with the basic ingredients that you have in your kitchen. However, the method is an elaborate one, so I'm going to leave you with a free printable recipe for the pickled beetroot. You can find that recipe in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to read everything that we have discussed till now, you can find it on my blog at notoriousnutritionist.com. So that's all, folks. I hope these tips will help you during these tough times. Also, if you guys have any queries regarding nutrition or health or want me to make a special video regarding the same, please comment down below. And while you are at it, please subscribe to my channel. It really encourages me to make more videos for you. See you next time. Bye.